right, we do apologize. We are back after the technical difficulties. Here, Mavericks on top 2-0. And there's a ball hit to center field, left field, and it's going to drop in between the left and center fielder Barreras and Lindsay. And that will be a one-out base hit for Cole Dennison, the number 7 hitter for the Tigers. Top of the first, you had Bodie Zigafus as the pitcher, and he struck out the first batter. Second batter walked. Third batter got hit, and then you had a fly out to the left fielder Barreras for the second out, and then the freshman Caleb Lindsay with a diving catch for the third out in the top of the first. And in the bottom of the first, you had a 2-out, 2-run double by Levi Taylor, and that's where we're at right now. The pitch to Lester is ball 1, so 1-1 count now on Lester. And we've got a timeout called by the third base coach. On the mound now for the Mavericks is going to be Tanner Johnson. And Zigafus stays in the ball game. He goes to right field. Runner on first with 1 out. That first out by the Mavericks was a ground ball to Carson Cohen at second base. Fires over to Tyson Meadows. And there's the first out. That's ball 2. To Lester. Dennison with a good-sized lead over at first. The pitch from Johnson fouled off. 2-2 count now on Lester. And the pitch from Johnson is going to be a ball. Throw down is not in time, as Dennison just gets in ahead of the tag from Carson Cohen. And that's going to be full count now on Jackson Lester. And the pitch from Johnson. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. 2 away. 2 down. And the number 9 hitter, that's going to be Landon Dillon, coming to the plate. The only left-handed batter in the lineup for the Tigers. First pitch by Johnson's going to be up high, ball 1. Dennison gets his lead off second. Johnson has the sign. And the pitch fouled off. 1-1 count now on Johnson. We're on Dillon, Johnson the pitcher. And the pitch going to be just high. 2-1 count now on Johnson. Or Dillon. Johnson is the pitcher. Dennison gets his lead off second. Pitch from Johnson is going to be low. 3-1 now. Oh! Snap throw from the catcher, Bryson Parker. Almost caught Dennison napping there at second base. 3-1 count now on Dillon. And the pitch going to be popped up. And it's going to be nobody makes the play there as it falls in between the first baseman Tyson Meadows and the catcher Bryson Parker. And we've got full count here. Full count, 2 outs, runner on second base, top of the second. Mavericks on top 2-0. And a pitch from Johnson's going to be high, ball 4, and that's going to bring the leadoff batter. That's going to bring up Deegan Walters. Walters 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. And the pitch, called strike on the outside corner. 0-1 count now on Walters. Johnson looks in, has the sign, fires a little high, 1-1 count now. Dennison on second, Dillon on first. And a pitch from Johnson's going to be in the dirt, and it's going to get by the catcher Parker, and that's going to advance both runners. 2-1 count now on Walters. And the pitch is going to be outside, ball 3. 3-1 count now on Deegan Walters with Landon Crane, the catcher, waiting on deck. And the pitch is going to be low, ball 4, and that's going to load the bases for Crane. Crane, first time up, he hit a ground ball to third baseman Levi Taylor and beat it out at first base. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And the pitch going to be just high, ball 1. And the pitch swung on a miss, strike 1. 1-1 count now on Landon Crane. And the pitch fouled off. A 1-2 count now on Landon Crane. 2 outs, bases loaded. Mavericks on top, 2-0. Outfield playing pretty deep, no doubles. And a pitch. Curveball swung on a miss, strike 3, and Johnson leaves the bases loaded. As the Mavericks coming to bat here in the bottom of the second, up 2-0. We'll be right back. And we're back here, bottom of the second. Caleb Lindsay, the first one up for the Mavericks. First pitch, swung on and missed, strike one. From the pitcher, Brody Combs. Pitch from Combs, called, strike two, right down the middle. 0-2 count now on Combs. The pitch, curveball, right down the middle, strike three. Lindsay strikes out looking, one out here in the bottom of the second. That's going to bring up the rook, Carson Cohen. First pitch fouled off, strike one. 0-1 count here, wind up and the pitch. Curveball, swung on a miss, strike two. 0-2 count now on Carson Cohen. And the pitch, fastball, swung on a miss, strike three. Now batting is going to be the first baseman, number 9 hitter, Tyson Meadows. First pitch fouled off, strike one. A 1 count now on Meadows. The pitch by Combs. Curveball called, strike two. 0-2 count. And the pitch. And that hits Meadows. As I didn't want to say it before the pitch, but Brody Combs had a chance for the first time I'd ever seen to get an immaculate inning, which is 9 pitches, 9 strikes. He was 8 pitches, 8 strikes, and then hits Meadows on that last pitch. So 2 outs, runner on first, and brings up the leadoff hitter, Bodie Zigafus. First pitch to Zigafus, outside. Ball one. And check swing on the curveball. He went all the way around. 1-1 count now on Zigafus. And the pitch by Combs. Outside and low. 2-1 count now. The pitch by Combs is going to be high. 3-1 count now. Combs is walking into a little danger here because number 2 hitter, Caden Hines, waiting on deck. And the pitch from Combs, right down the middle, called, strike 2. Full count, 2 outs. This is the action pitch, so on the pitch, Meadows will be off and running. And the pitch from Combs is going to be high, ball 4. And Combs walks Zigafus. That'll bring up Caden Hines with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Last time the Mavericks had 2 runners on and 2 outs, it was a 2-run double by Levi Taylor. Zigafus on first, Meadows on second. First pitch is check swing called, strike 1 on Hines. And the pitch by Combs. Another curveball swung on and missed. Strike 2. 0-2 count now on Hines. 2 pitches, 2 curveballs. He's seen in this at bat. And a pitch by Combs. Curveball swung on a miss. Strike 3. And Combs strands 2. Mavericks strand 2. We're going to the top of the third. Mavericks up 2-0. We'll be right back. And we are back here, top of the third. It's going to be 3-4-5 for the Tigers. Brody Combs, first one up. First pitch by Johnson is going to be high, ball 1. And the pitch by Johnson is going to be high, 2-0 now. And the pitch, fastball. Combs is late on that one. 2-1 count now. And a pitch, curveball. Combs a little early on that one. 2-2 count now. Mavericks coming off a win last night against Summers County, 7-1. And there's a curveball hit to the third baseman, Taylor. Taylor picks it up, fires over to Meadows, and just can't scoop it up. That'll send Brody Combs on to first base. Runner on first, nobody out, and it's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Caden Davis. Davis got hit his first time up. And Combs is off on the first pitch. The throw down. And it looked like from our angle here, got him on the back foot before he got to the base. But the base umpire is going to call him safe. And that was ball one on Davis. Johnson looks Combs back at second. Winds and fires, and that ball's in the dirt. Good stop there by Bryson Parker. That's a 2-0 count now on Caden Davis with shortstop J.D. Meadows on deck. Pitch from Johnson's going to be high, ball 3, and it gets by the catcher. And Combs will get to third base. Three-0 count now on Davis. And a pitch fouled off. Three-one count now on Davis with Combs at third base, nobody out. And a pitch by Johnson. It's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, Hines. And it's going to be an error on the shortstop, Hines. As that's going to bring the first run across for the Tigers. And that'll put Caden Davis on first with nobody out. Two ground balls there by Johnson here in this inning. Should have 2 outs, but first pitch is going to be just outside, ball 1 to J.D. Meadows. And pickoff move to first, and Davis is back in there safely. 1-0 count here on Meadows. And the pitch is going to be high, 2-0 now. Meadows 0 for 1 tonight with a fly out to left field. And the pitch is going to be in the dirt, ball 3. 3-0 count now on Meadows. And the pitch called, strike right down the middle. 3-0 Leo taken all the way there was Meadows. Makes it 3-1 count. Davis on first, nobody out. And the pitch called, strike 2, throw down. And Davis will get in there safely. Full count now on Meadows with the tying run at second base. And the pitch is going to be high, ball 4. And that's going to be runners on first and second, nobody out. And that's going to bring up Evan Wright, the third baseman. 0 for 1 tonight with a fly out to center field. First pitch by Johnson, and there's a bunt right back to him. He throws it over to first base and get the out there at first, but that'll move the runners over. That puts runners at second and third, 1 out, and it's going to bring up Cole Dennison, 1 for 1 with a single. And a pitch, curveball right at the knees, called strike 1. 0-1 count now on Dennison, the number 7 hitter for the Tigers. Pitch from Johnson inside, 1-1 count now. And a pitch. That ball's going to be down the line, base hit. That's going to bring in 1, and it's going to bring in 2 on the two-run single and an error on left fielder Barreras. And that's going to be 3-2 now in favor of the Tigers. And that's going to bring up Jackson Lester, the designated hitter. Dennison 2 for 2 tonight with 2 RBIs. First pitch by Johnson's high, ball 1. One-oh count on Lester. And the pitch is going to be in the dirt, ball 2. 2-0 count now on Jackson Lester. We're here in the top of the third. Tigers on top, 3-2. And Johnson steps off the back of the mound. Runner Dennison gets back at second base. So we got 2 balls, no strikes on Lester. The pitch fouled off. 2-1 count now. Johnson into his second inning of work here. Zigafus with 1 inning of work. No runs. 1 strikeout. And a pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Taylor stops it and has no play, but keeps it in the infield. And that's going to be runners at first and third with 1 out. And it's going to bring the number 9 hitter, Landon Dillon, to the plate. And we're going to have a timeout here. Have a mound visit. Head coach Tom Gardner going out to talk to his junior right-hander, Tanner Johnson. Johnson hasn't pitched bad here in this inning here. A couple ground balls just haven't went the Mavericks' way. And the Tigers have made the Mavericks pay with a couple errors. You got 1 out, runners on first and third, and the number 9 hitter, Dillon, coming to the plate. 3-2, top of the third here, Tigers on top. Mavericks can get out of this inning with no more runs, they're going to have 3, 4, 5 coming up in the bottom of the third. So mound visits up, and we're ready to get back to baseball here. First pitch by Johnson's a curveball inside. Ball 1 to the number 9 hitter, Dillon. And a pitch. Runner takes off to second, and Lester will steal second on the defensive indifference. That'll be a 2-0 count now on Landon Dillon. And the pitch. And that ball is going to be foul. It's going to be right toward us. Out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a pitch from Johnson. Curveball, just a little bit low. 3-1 count now. And the leadoff hitter for the Tigers, Deegan Walters, waiting on deck. And a pitch by Johnson's inside, ball 4, and that's going to load the bases with 1 out. And the leadoff hitter, Deegan Walters, coming to the plate. Mavericks could really use a ground ball here. First pitch going to be high, ball 1. A 1-0 count here on Walters. And a pitch, curveball. Called strike, 1-1 count now on Walters. Top of the third. Mavericks down 3-2. 1 out, bases loaded for the Tigers. And the pitch going to be low, 2-1 count now. Nowhere to put Walters. So Johnson needs to throw a couple strikes in here. Let the infield do a little bit of work. Outfield make a play here. But nowhere to put Walters. And the pitch is going to be low, ball 3. 3-1 count now on Walters. And the pitch is going to be low, ball 4. And that's going to walk in a run. That'll make it 4-2 in favor of the Tigers. And we're going to have another time here. This will be the second mound visit of the inning for head coach Tom Gardner, so he has to take the ball. And looks like Johnson's coming out. And looks like Levi Taylor is going to go to the mound. Going to send Zigafus to third base. And it's going to send Johnson out to right field. Bases loaded, 1 out here. Top of the third. Tigers on top, 4-2. And another pitching change for the Mavericks. It's going to be Levi Taylor on the mound. Like we were saying before, Mavericks coming off a win last night at Concord University, playing against the Summers County Bobcats, winning that one 7-1. Princeton Tigers coming off a tough loss. No, I'm sorry, they had a comeback win against Greenbrier East in their last game. And that's ball 1 to Landon Crane from Levi Taylor. And a pitch from Taylor. Called, strike right at the knees. 1-1 count now on Crane. Taylor pretty much thrown in the heat of the fire here as you got Crane and Combs. Next pitch is going to be high, 2-1 count on Landon Crane, the catcher. And a pitch. And that's going to hit Crane, and that's going to bring in another run. That's going to make it 5-2 now in favor of the Tigers. And we'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher. It's going to be number 9, Dawson Riggs. And it's going to bring up probably Princeton's best bat and their pitcher, Brody Combs. First pitch to Combs is high, ball 1. Mavericks desperately need a ground ball here toward an infielder for a double play chance. And the pitch, called, strike on the outside corner. 1-1 count now on Combs. And the pitch, fouled off. 1-2 count now on Combs. Bases loaded, 1 out. Dillon on third, Walters on second, and Riggs on first. Lined up, and the pitch going to be in the dirt. Good block there by Bryson Parker. Makes it a 2-2 count. Nowhere to put Combs here. And a pitch from Taylor, and that ball is hit deep. That ball is gone. That is a grand slam for Brody Combs over the left field fence. And that's going to bring your score 9-2 in in favor of the Tigers here in the top of the third. One out, nobody on. First pitch to Caden Davis is fouled off, strike one. As Taylor gets ahead of Davis here. And the pitch from Taylor, curveball outside, 1-1 count now. And a pitch from Taylor inside, 2-1 count on Davis. That'll be J.D. Meadows waiting on deck. And a pitch going to be inside, 3-1 count on Davis. And a pitch from Taylor is going to be low, ball 4, and that's going to put Davis on first base with a walk. Recap this inning a little bit. The Mavericks, a couple errors in the field. Probably should have been out of this inning with no runs scored, but that's baseball. So we've got runner on first with 1 out and Meadows up. First pitch called, strike one, right down the middle. Davis, good size lead off first, and there he goes. Throw by Parker. And Davis slides in safely. One count now on Meadows. And a pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 count on Meadows. And a pitch from Taylor. Ooh! Must have been just inside. 2-2 count now on Meadows. 2-strike pitch, a little too close to take on that one. And a pitch inside, 3-2. And a pitch. Called, strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 away. And it's going to leave Caden Davis on second, and it's going to bring up the third baseman, Evan Wright. And the pitch. That's a ground ball, and that's going to find eyes into right field. Johnson picks it up. He's firing it home, and it's going to be cut off by Taylor. But that's going to score another run. That's going to make it 10-2 in favor of the Tigers here in the top of the third. It's going to bring up Cole Dennison, number 7 hitter. And the pitch is going to be high, ball 1. And And the pitch, low, 2-0. And the pitch, just outside, 3-0. On Dennison. And the pitch, ball 4, and that's going to walk Dennison. That'll put runners on first and second with 2 outs, and it'll bring up Jackson Lester. First pitch by Lester is fouled back. 0-1 count. Taylor gets ahead. Pitch by Taylor, and that's going to get by, and that's going to put runners on second and third with 2 outs. Pitch by Taylor, fouled off, strike 2. 1-2 count now on Lester. You're a Maverick fan right here. You're asking for a called strike 3 or a ground ball to an infielder to get out of this inning right here. The pitch, called, swung on a miss, strike 3. And that'll be the 3rd out. But the Tigers put 10 on the board here in the top of the 3rd. Mavericks coming to bat in the bottom of the 3rd. Down 10-2. Be right back. All right, we're back here, bottom of the 3rd. Mavericks down 10-2, and it's going to be 3-4-5 coming up. Bryson Parker, the first one. First pitch from Combs. Called, strike 1. A 1 count on Parker. And the pitch. Curveball. That one just missed a little bit high. 1-1 count. Pitch from Combs. Fastball right down the middle. 1-2 count now on Parker. And the pitch. And that ball is going to be popped up. Going to be second baseman Walters picks it up, and there's one out. It's going to be Holden Chrislet. First pitch, fastball swung on and missed. 0-1 count on Chrislet. And the pitch. And that's a ground ball to the first baseman. Caden Davis picks it up, tags first. And that'll be the second out. And that'll bring up Levi Taylor. Taylor 1 for 1 tonight with the 2-run double. The only 2 runs the Mavericks have put on the board. A deep shot to left field. Wind blowing a little bit out, so if Taylor can hit that ball again just like he did, he might put one out of here. 2 outs, nobody on. And the first pitch is a curveball. Low. Ball 1. And the pitch from Combs is called. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Looked like Taylor was taken until he got a strike all the way on that. And the pitch from Combs. And that ball's going to be popped up. It's going to be in play. And the catcher, Crane, makes the catch. That'll end the bottom of the third. Mavericks go down 1-2-3. We're going to the top of the fourth. Tigers on top 10-2. We'll be right back. are back here, top of the fourth inning, and we've got another pitching change for the Mavericks. It's going to be the hard-throwing junior, Caden Hines, on the mound. He's going to get 9, 1, and 2. And the first pitch from Hines is just outside. Ball 1. And the pitch called, strike 1. 1-1 count now on the number 9 hitter, Landon Dillon. And the pitch called, strike 2 on the outside. 1-2 count now on Dillon. And a pitch from Hines, just a little bit high, 2-2 count. Wind up and a pitch, swung on a miss, strike 3, and there's the first out. 1 out, and that's going to bring up Dean Walters coming to the plate. And first pitch called, strike 1. 0-1 count now on Walters. And a pitch fouled off. 0-2 count now on Walters. Wind up and the pitch just a little bit low. Change up there by Hines. And the pitch swung on a miss, strike 3, and there's the second out. 2 up, 2 down. And it's going to bring up the catcher, Landon Crane. Mavericks have a regional game tomorrow against Wyoming East, so you're probably not going to see Hines throw many more pitches here this evening, as you'd like to win this game, but this game doesn't matter as much compared to a regional game. First pitch, ball 1 to Crane. 1-0 count. And the pitch, and that ball's popped up in the air. That's going to be to the left fielder, and it's going to drop. That ball will drop in, and that's going to be an error on the left fielder, Barreras. And the Mavericks should have been out of the inning right here. Going to be a courtesy runner for the catcher. It's going to be number 13, May. And Brody Combs stepping to the plate, hit a grand slam his last time up. First pitch to Combs. Low, ball 1. 1-0 count to Combs, 10-2, top of the 4th. Tigers on top. And the pitch, low. Going to be 2-0. And May will get to third base on the wild pitch. Wind up and the pitch. And that ball is going to be hit flared to Cohen, and that's going to be the third out. As the Tigers do not score in the top of the 4th. Mavericks coming to bat here in the bottom of the fourth, down 10-2. Still a lot of baseball left to play. We'll be right back. I think it was 3. All right, we're back here in the bottom of the fourth. Mavericks down 10-2. Trying to make a little noise here. It's going to be 6-7-8. Brody Barreras, first one up. First pitch from Combs, and he holds there. It's going to be ball 1. It's only 44 pitches tonight for Brody Combs here in the fourth inning. Combs, a lot of strikes thrown. Ball 2, 2-0 count now on Barreras. Might have put a little announcer's jinx on those first 2 pitches there. But Combs has been filling up the strike zone here tonight. And the pitch. Going to be called. Strike on the outside. 2-1 count now on Barreras. And the pitch. Called. Strike 2 on the curveball. 2-2 count now. And the pitch. And Barreras is behind that one. That's swung on a miss. Strike 3. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. And it's going to bring up center fielder Caleb Lindsay. First pitch going to be fouled off. Strike 1. Oh, 1 count now on Lindsay. Wind up and a pitch. Called. Strike 2. 0-2 count now on Lindsay. Wind up and a pitch. Curveball called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 up, 2 down here for the Mavericks in the bottom of the fourth. And it's going to bring up if I'm not mistaken, I think this is going to bring up the lone starting senior and the rook, Carson Cohen. That's right. I was just told There's actually two senior starters. Tanner Johnson, the other senior. So this Maverick team's still very young. Tanner Johnson and Carson Cohen, the two seniors, both of them pitchers, so they'll lose some pitching next season, but Maverick's still young. They'll still get the core back. Cohen, the winning pitcher last night, pitched against the Bobcats, 6 innings, struck out 11 batters. And we've got 2 outs here. First pitch to Cohen. It's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Meadows picks it up, fires over to Davis, and that'll be the 3rd out. Mavericks down quickly, 1-2-3. We'll go to the top of the 5th, 10-2. Tigers on top. And it's going to be Caleb Lindsay going to the mound for the Mavericks. We'll be right back. Next inning. I'm getting a little hungry. We're back here, top of the 5th inning here in Linside. Mavericks down 10-2. Still baseball to be played, so game's not over yet. And we're going to have Caleb Lindsay, the freshman, coming to the mound. That's going to send Bodie Zigafus to shortstop. Levi Taylor comes from behind the plate to third base. Bryson Parker back to the catcher, and Caden Hines will go to center field. First pitch from Lindsay, and that's going to be foul ball. 0-1 count on number 4 hitter, Caden Davis. And the pitch is going to be 1-1, ball in the dirt. And the pitch by Lindsay is going to be low. 2-1 count now on Davis. Wind up and the pitch. Oh! Oh my goodness. Called low, ball 3. 3-1 count now on Davis. And that's going to hit him, and that's going to put a runner on first base. First pitch is going to be by the catcher, Parker, and that's going to send Davis to second base on the wild pitch. 1-0 count to shortstop, J.D. Meadows. And the pitch, going to be low, 2-0. 2-0 count on Meadows. Wind up and the pitch, and that ball is going to be hit to center field. Hines racing back, and it's going to be off the fence. Davis had to hold there. Meadows gets into second. And that will be a double for J.D. Meadows. Nobody out, runners on second and third. And the first pitch is going to be low, ball 1. Yeah, that ball that Meadows hit, pretty much just a routine pop up to center field, and the wind picked up and just carried that thing all the way to the fence. Wind up and the pitch, and that ball is going to be hit, and it's going to get through. That'll get to right field. 1 run's going to score. Here comes play at the plate, and he is out at the plate. Base hit by Evan Wright to right fielder Tanner Johnson. Johnson fires it in to the shortstop Zigafus, and Zigafus throws a perfect strike to the catcher Bryson Parker to nail J.D. Meadows at home. 1 out, runner on second base. And we're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be number 15, Shockley, pinch hitting for Denison. First pitch swung on a miss, strike one. Oh, 1 count now on Shockley. And the pitch is going to be low. It gets by Parker. And that'll send Evan Wright to third base on the wild pitch. 1-1 count on Shockley. Top of the fifth, 11-2 in favor of the Tigers. And the pitch low. 2-1 count now on Shockley. And that ball's going to be fouled off. Two count now on Shockley. 1 out. Evan Wright at third base. And the pitch fouled off. And the pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. And that's the second out. And we're going to kill the designated hitter, Lester. And it's going to be Brady Klein. First at bat of the night. And the pitch low, ball 1. A 1-0 count on Klein. And the pitch is going to be by the catcher, Parker. Nobody's coming home. It'll be 2-0. Count now on Klein. And the pitch swung on a miss. And throw back. Wright just gets back in. Got a 2-1 count now on Klein. Good snap throw there by Parker to the third baseman Taylor, but Wright gets back in. And a pitch, and that's going to hit Klein. That'll put runners on first and third with 2 outs, and it'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Landon Dillon. And the pitch called, strike, throw down, and that's going to score the run right. Called, strike one on Dylan. Brady Klein steals second. Parker throws it down, and Wright takes off as soon as Parker throws it to score. Makes it 12-2. And the pitch is going to be fouled off. 0-2 count now on Dylan. Oh, 2 count, 2 outs, runner on second base. Swung on a miss, strike 3. And Parker throws it to Meadows, and that's going to be the third out. Mavericks coming to bat here in the bottom of the fifth. They've got to score a run. And this game continues. If not, the Tigers will win on the 10-run rule after 5. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. It's going to be Meadows, Zigafus, and Hines coming to the plate. We'll be right back.
Up top. Hey, you're a senior. Get them up. Let's go.
And we're back here, bottom of the fifth. It's going to be Tyson Meadows leading it off for the Mavericks. First pitch, ground ball to the second baseman. Walters picks it up, fires over to Davis. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's going to bring back up to the top of the lineup Bodie Zigafus. And first pitch, gonna be called. Strike low there. 0-1 count. Wind up and a pitch. Outside, 1-1 count on Zigafus. Once again, the Mavericks have to score 1 for this game to continue. Wind up and a pitch. Going to be low. 2-1 count now on Zigafus. Leadoff hitter for the Mavericks. And the pitch from Combs is going to be low. 3-1. And we're going to have time called by Crane. He's going to walk out and talk to Combs. Three-one count here on Ziegefuss. Wind up and a pitch fouled off. Full count here with one out. Combs still hasn't reached the 60 pitch mark here in the fifth inning. At 58 pitches here tonight. Wind up and a pitch, and that's a ground ball. It's going to be a tough play by the pitcher, and that's going to be a base hit by Bodie Ziegefuss. Runner on first with one out, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Gaden Hines. Hines 0 for 2 tonight, ground out to the shortstop and a strikeout. Ziegefuss gets his lead over there at first base. And Hines calls time. And a pitch. Curveball inside, ball one. And Brody Combs finally hits the 60 pitch mark here. 1-0 count. Wind up and a pitch. And that ball is going to be down for a base hit by the center, into the center field gap. And that's a runner on first and second with one out for the catcher, Bryson Parker. Ziegefuss on second, Hines on first. If I'm not mistaken, that might be the Mavericks' first hit. No, that's the Mavericks' second hit tonight. And we're going to have a timeout called by Parker at the plate. Yeah, that'll be the second hit for the Mavericks tonight, as Levi Taylor has the first with a two-out double. Wind up and the pitch, and Parker hits one to the third baseman, and that's by him. Ziegefuss on his horse coming home, and he's safe. And the Mavericks stay alive. There's 3 straight hits for the Mavericks in this inning. Runners on first and second with one out. Johnson batting for himself. First pitch, curveball, and that's going to be popped up. Should be infield fly roll. And caught by the pitcher, Combs. That'll be 2 outs. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Levi Taylor. Two outs, runners on first and second. Hines at second, Parker at first. Wind up and a pitch, and it's going to be a foul ball. 0-1 count now on Taylor. Taylor 1 for 2 tonight. 2-run double and a pop out to the catcher, Crane. Wind up and a pitch, and a curveball fouled off. 0-2 count now. 2 pitches, 2 curveballs thrown by Combs. Probably see another curveball here as Taylor destroyed a fastball his first time up. 0-2 count here. Wind up and a pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike 3. And we're going to the top of the 6th. Mavericks get a run. Makes it 12-3. So we're at least going to play 6 innings here tonight as the Mavericks scratch across 1, making it 12-3. Caleb Lindsay still on the mound. We'll be right back for the top of the 6th right after this.
Runners on when Caden and Bodie and all them get base hits. They got top of the order. Yep.
Gosh, I just thought that.
And we're back here, top of the 6th inning. First up is going to be Deegan Walters. First pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1. Lindsay still on the mound for the Mavericks. Oh, 1 count here. And a pitch called, strike 2. 0-2 count now on Walters. Wind up. And a pitch. Going to be outside, ball 1. 1-2 count on Walters. Wind up and a pitch from Lindsey, and that ball is going to be hit into center field. Hines, oh, it hits off his glove. And that'll be an error on the center fielder Hines. That'll put a runner on first base. That's going to bring up Landon Crane. Walters with a big lead. He's going, and he'll get in there without a throw. 0-1 count on Crane. And a pitch from Lindsey fouled off. 0-2 count. Lindsey's got ahead of both batters he's faced so far this inning. Two count. And a pitch. And that ball is going to be hit down the line. That's going to be inside the line fair. Crane coming around first. He'll get into second, and that will score. That'll score Walters. And that'll make it 13-3. And we're going to have a courtesy runner, Dawson Riggs, coming in to run for Crane. We have no outs, runner on second base, and Brody Combs coming to the plate. First pitch is going to be low, ball one. 1-0 count on Combs. Going to be 2-0. On Combs. And a pitch called, strike one. 2-1 count on Combs, nobody out. Top of the sixth inning, Mavericks down 13-3. And the pitch swung on a miss, strike two. Combs out ahead of that one. Two count here. Lindsey has the sign, winds and fires, and that's going to get by. Yeah, it's going to put Riggs at third base, making it a full count on Combs. Pitch from Lindsey, and that's going to be a ball chopped. Throws it home and got him at the plate. Combs with a little dribbler back to Lindsey. Lindsey picks it up, fires over to Parker, and they gun down another Tiger at the plate. So runner on first with one out, and it's going to bring up Caden Davis. And pitch to Davis. Called strike one. Combs getting a pretty good sized lead out there at first base. And the pitch going to be high, ball one. 1-1 count here on Davis. And it's going to be low. 2-1 count now on Davis. And there goes Combs, and that's going to be a little check swing. It's going to be foul ball. As that was going to be a tough play if that ball stayed into fair territory. But for the Mavericks' luck, it rolls foul. We've got a 2-2 count, 1 out on Davis. And the pitch going to be low, ball 3. Snap throw. Meadows has to leap, make a play there. If Meadows doesn't leap to make that play, that ball goes into right field, and Combs is probably standing on third base. 3-2 count, wind up, and the pitch, and that's going to be low, ball 4. And that'll put runners on first and second with 1 out for J.D. Meadows. And a pitch to Meadows, called strike one. 0-1 count. And the pitch just a little bit high. 1-1 count now on Meadows. Wind up, and the pitch is going to be in the dirt. 2-1 now on Meadows. Wind up, and the pitch is going to be low. 3-1 now on Meadows. Wind up, and the pitch just high, ball 4. And that will load the bases with 1 out for Evan Wright. And the pitch is going to be low, ball 1. And the pitch, and that ball is going to be popped up. And that's going to get down into no man's land. Throw down to third. And everybody will be safe. And that'll put another run on the board for the Tigers, making it 14-3. That'll bring up Shockley with the bases still loaded and 1 out That ball just fell into no man's land there in between center field, shortstop, and second base. And the pitch, going to be a ground ball back to Lindsay. Lindsay picks it up, fires over to first. That's going to be the second out, but another run will score. That'll make it 15-3 now. 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Brady Klein. And the pitch is going to be low, ball 1 to Klein. And the pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. And the ball's going to be thrown into center field. Meadows will walk in to score, as that brings it to 16-3. A 1-1 count now on Brady Klein. 2 outs, runner on second in right. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. 1-2 count now on Klein. And the pitch fouled off. 1-2 count now. On Klein. And the pitch. And that ball is going to be hit down the left field line. That's going to be fair. And it's going to hold right at third. And Klein will get into second with a 2-out double. (16-3), 2 outs, runners on second and third. And it's going to bring up Landon Dillon. And ball's in the dirt, ball 1. (1-0) count here on Dillon. Wind up and the pitch is going to be low, ball 2. 2-0 count now on Dillon with the leadoff hitter, Walters, waiting on deck. And the pitch, and that ball is going to be popped up. And it's going to fall in. And that's going to score 2 runs as a routine pop-up into the infield drops. That's going to score 2 more runs for the Tigers. That makes it 18-3. And it's going to bring up Deegan Walters. Pitch from Lindsay, and that ball is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, Taylor. Taylor picks it up, fires over to Meadows, and we're finally out of the inning. That's going to be the top of the 6th. 18-3. Mavericks have to score 6 to keep this game going. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 6th coming up. And we're back here, bottom of the 6th. Tigers go to the bullpen, and they're going to bring in second baseman Deegan Walters. That'll send Brody Combs from the mound to second base. Like I said before, the Mavericks have to score 6, keep this game going. If not, it's going to be the 10-run rule. First up is going to be Brody Barreras. First pitch to Barreras. Outside, ball 1. Wind up from Walters and the pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-0 count on Barreras. And a pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 1. 2-1 count now on Barreras. And a pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 count. And a pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. It's going to be first baseman ate up, and he's safe at first base. That's probably going to be called an error on the first baseman. But it would have been a tough play for him to race to the bag to beat Barreras. Either way, Barreras is on first with nobody out, and Lindsey coming to the plate. And the pitch. Called, strike 1. Oh, 1 count on Lindsey. Called, strike 2. 0-2 count on Lindsey. And a pitch. And swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And it's going to bring up Carson Cohen. Barreras on first. Wind up and a pitch. Called, strike 1. And a pitch. Cohen swung on a miss, strike 2. 0-2 count now on Cohen. And a pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. Base hit through the middle. And it's going to send Barreras from first to third. First and third with 1 out. And it'll bring up Tyson Meadows. And a pitch, and Meadows offered on that one, called, strike 1. 0-1 count on Meadows. And a pitch, called, strike 2. 0-2 count now on Meadows. Barreras on third, Cohen on first. And it's going to be just outside. 1-2 count now on Meadows. And the pitch is going to be high. 2-2 count now on Meadows. And a pitch. And that foul off the knob. 2-2 count still on Meadows. And a pitch in the dirt. Full count now on Meadows with Cohen taking second base. 2 runners in scoring position here for Meadows. Bases loaded, or full count. Runners on second and third. And the pitch from Walters is going to be fouled off. Meadows hanging tough here. Wind up and the pitch fouled off once again. Meadows still battling. And the pitch going to be inside, ball 4. And Meadows will trot down to first base, loading the bases for Bodie Zigafus. Like I said, Mavericks have to score 6 here. Keep this game alive. They've got the bases loaded with 1 out in the top of the order. Coming to the plate. And the windup and the pitch going to be low, ball 1 on Zigafus. And a pitch, swung on a miss, strike 1. 1-1 count now. Bottom of the 6th, 18-3. Tigers on top. Mavericks bases loaded with 1 out. And the pitch. And that's going to be a check swing. Going to be a tough play by the shortstop. He'll pick it to second, and they'll get the out there. Run does score.
That's a good try to break it up. He broke it up. What was he doing?
Makes it 18-4. And it's going to bring up Caden Hines with 2 outs. And runners on first and third. Cohen on third with speed, so you possibly could see him trying to come home on a wild pitch. I probably wouldn't send him with a good bat at the plate. And you've got Zigafus at first. He's probably going to go on the first pitch here. And the first pitch going to be a check swing called, strike 1 on Hines, with Zigafus taking second base on the defensive indifference. 0-1 count Runners on second and third, 2 outs. And the pitch going to be low, ball 1. 1-1 count now on Hines with Parker waiting on deck. And the pitch to Hines, swung on and missed. 1-2 count now on Hines. Wind up and a pitch, and it's going to be low. 2-2 count now on Hines. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base. A lot of 2s here in the bottom of the 6th. And number 3 at the plate. And a pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that's going to do it. That's going to be your ball game. Final score. Mavericks dropped this one to the Tigers 18-4. They've got a chance to get back in the win column tomorrow as they'll head on the road to regional opponent Wyoming East. You won't see the Mavericks here in action for about a couple weeks as they're on the road. Their next home game won't be until April 22nd against Greenbrier East. We'll have that game for you. Keep a lookout because softball could be at home for a couple games. But for now, baseball's done until the 22nd of April. God bless.